tall as kelp, and let's talk about South Park and mocking fascists. There's no clip this time because there's no way that I want to fight that copyright claim. Some quick background information. Paramount has picked up the streaming rights for the show South Park, and South Park just released the first episode of their 27th season. And while I won't show you a clip because I don't want to fight the copyright, like I said previously, I can show you this. Trump got the Saddam Hussein treatment. If you're younger or not familiar with South Park, back when South Park first came out and they released their movie, they did a character of Saddam Hussein dating Satan. And it's basically this. It is Saddam Hussein's face on a South Park body, talking like Terrence and Phillip with the flapping head motions. And they did it with Trump. Exactly the same. To the point where even they use the same voice for him. Now, I haven't watched South Park in years. I think the last episode I saw was the Make Love Not Warcraft episode. And I only watched that because I was a World of Warcraft player. But this is epic. But we do need to talk about a few nuances with it. First, this is not Trey Parker and Matt Stone joining the left and fighting back against Trump. This is just them fighting back against Trump. Both of them have been openly right-wing libertarians since they started this show many years ago. Generally, libertarians are not considered friends of the left, especially right-wing libertarians like Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And I 100% don't agree with the phrase, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But I'm not going to interrupt two people fighting, especially when one of them is a fascist. I don't care if they're being fought after by a right-wing libertarian. I'm going to let them fight. But all that aside, any feelings you have about South Park, their creators, or their content, we do need to appreciate this attack on Trump just a little bit. Because there are multiple ways to fight against extremism, especially fascism, and mockery is a pretty big one of them. I've said it in other videos. Fascists, right-wingers in general, do not like being mocked. They do not like satire when it's directed at them. They don't like disparaging comments, none of that. There should be no dissent in their eyes whatsoever. We can see that when Tim Walz was running for vice president, and he would address the right-wingers and conservatives as weird. How did they react to that? It caused them to blow their top. And the current report is Trump is blowing his top about this right now. It's reported by Rolling Stone. Mockery of extremists work for a multitude of different reasons. One of them being it shows other people that they're not as scary as they think they are. When you openly mock fascists, what you are doing is you are showing other people outside of the fascist administration, that it is possible to hurt them. It is possible to get at them. It is possible to get past that stone-faced facade that fascists and extremists try to put up. It works as a rallying cry. It gets other people mocking them with you by showing them that you can actually dissent. There may be consequences for that dissent from the fascist regime, but you can. And the more people you have dissenting, the more of an issue for the regime. The thing that it does is it creates distraction and confusion within the extremist structure, within the organization. Right now, Trump aides are nervous to be around him. They know that he is flying off the handle. He is angry. He is upset. This got to him. They said it in the Rolling Stone article. And other articles have stated what happens when he gets like this. You have him throwing a tantrum, and the walls start getting covered with well-done steak and ketchup. If you were one of his aides, his advisors, or even one of his cabinet members, would you want to be talking to him when he is in that state? Would you want to be advising him on his next actions or asking him what actions you should be taking? It's like putting sugar in a gas tank. We haven't put enough in the gas tank to fully shut down the engine, but suddenly something's knocking really funny until it works itself out. You're not getting as much gas mileage. You're not getting the acceleration that you need. You can still go, though. But if you keep adding sugar into the gas tank, that knocking sound gets a little louder. The acceleration gets a little more bogged down. The machine doesn't run like it used to, and it's constantly having problems and misfires. Now, we may never get to the point where we've put enough sugar into the tank that machine fully shuts down. After a while, the sugar we put in previously has had its effect, it's run out, and it's now out of the system. So that long analogy is basically to say, mocking will never fully shut down the Trump regime. It will never shut down any fascist or extremist organization. But you need to slow it down before you can shut it down. So we need more creators and celebrities using their platform to continue this mockery, because they're going to come after them. They came after Stephen Colbert already, and they tried to get his show canceled. There's ways he can work around that, but they're going to go after South Park next. Our goal is to have a constant revolving door of mockery going on for the fascist and extremist regime. We need to keep that pressure on. So things like protesting and other forms of organized action continue to grow, that is still bringing in numbers through this mockery in a public space on a large platform and a popular pop culture platform. Resistance is a toolbox, and we need every tool that we could possibly use either now or in the future when it's needed, and mockery is a powerful, powerful tool when used properly. So as always, stay vigilant, stay safe, mock and ridicule fascists, and I love y'all. Till next time.